Was driving out on state land the other day. Drove across a cattle guard. Darn weld's busted. And one of the cross beams swung up and smashed against my mirror. So it actually cracked it down underneath there and broke out the mirror, or the glass. I'm kind of glad it didn't hit the side of the pickup and put a big dent in that. It just smashed against the mirror. So now I got to replace the mirror. First thing on replacing the mirror housing, my pickup, it's all manual, no electric door. So first I gotta pop off that window crank. There's a couple screws right there I'll need to take off, and there is one right there I'll need to take out. This has got a plastic casing around it. You put a screwdriver down in there, pop up the plastic casing, and then just spin it to the side, and then there's like a screw bit inside there. You just take that out, and then the crank comes off. And you loosen up those two screws right there, and then the one right down in there, this hole right here, and then you should be able to just lift up on that whole piece right here, and it should just come out. It should be just actually just this gray part right here should, but we'll see. I've never done this before. Alright, there's a little washer between the handle and the door. Here's the little screw that takes the little star bit. I have one of these, or it has a whole bunch of them on it, so it makes it a lot easier. So, took that off. Don't want to lose your parts. I took the screws out of the door right there, where the handle is, and then the screw down there. And those three are Phillips. And it looks like this part right here actually just pops out. So I will go ahead and pop that out. Alright, just lift it up from the bottom. Here's that piece. Just be careful, don't just yank it out. Just kind of pull it out gently. Now that section's gone, and now we will see what we need to do to take this whole panel off so we can get to the inside, because the screws go inside here. A lot of vehicles, they actually have just a triangle right here, and you can snap the triangle off because it just got little clips in there, and then you can just get right to your screws. Not this one. This one you have to take off the whole door panel. So anyway, let's get that off now. Just realized there's one more screw right here. So I will go ahead and take that screw off, because otherwise it just lifts up and everything's came loose except of course one screw. And there it is. It just lifted right up. Just lift it up a little ways and then pull it out, and then I locked that, pushed that down so it actually went over that easy. Just go up a little ways and then pull it out from the top, and it just comes right off. And now you'll have this little sticky panel right here. Just kind of pull that off, and then down inside there, it's kind of bright out here, so let's see what I'm looking at. But there's the three holes right there where the bolts are. Oh, right here, 1, 2, and 3. You just gotta take off the nuts, and that will just come right off. Alright, as soon as I loosened up those 3 nuts, this part here just came right off. It's got the 3 little bolts that are part of the bracket. and go through those 3 holes. And that's garbage. And I got this from partsgeek.com. It was $18, $9 shipping, so it's better if you buy several parts, but still under $30 for the whole replacement. You go to the dealership to get it, and it's going to cost you $100. So, all right, all I have to do is put those bolts back through those holes, and then put the nuts back on. All right. Put the nuts back on, just like brand spanking new. Well, at least one part of my truck's brand new in it now. So, anyway, let me go ahead and put the door panel back together. Put this sticky back down. Alright, just to set that big piece back on, and it should just set right on. Since I'm doing this with my pad, I can't really film myself doing it, but it'll just kind of set down, line up the hole right there, and just pop it into place. Alright, down on the bottom of the door there's 3 slides that have to go into the frame, and then there's one right here. The hardest part is to line that up, but I pushed it in with a screwdriver. Have your window open all the way. Lined it up with the screwdriver, and then it just slid right down on it. So it's going right back together. It's that simple of a process. Like I said, it cost me $28 for the mirror, including shipping. So it's going back together. And when you get to this part, just line up those clips with the slots, and then it'll just snap right in. Just be careful. Alright, that's back on. Now all I have to do is put the door handle on. Pretty simple process. Don't forget that washer, and then the 1 screw. Alrighty. Alright, handle's on. Screws in there. Turn that part back around. Snaps on. Alright. Hey, window goes up and down. And the mirror works. That's simple. It took me probably a little over 20 minutes to do this. And that's with turning this, recording, turning it on and off, on and off. So if I wasn't recording myself doing this, it'd probably take maybe 10-15 minutes at the most. It's all pretty simple. Just don't over tighten the screws that go into the nuts that go in there. The bolts look like they're kind of brass, so they might be kind of soft. So just snug. All right. That's simple. All right. Give it a try. Save yourself a lot of money from having a dealership or a repair shop do it.